Assalamu alaikum everyone. I'm Lal-ain and welcome to Lal-ain's Diary. Today we have a very talented and amazing guest who is so friendly and also likes to make new friends. She has many hobbies and interests, and today she will be joining us to have a nice little friendly talk and to tell many more things about herself. So let's invite her to the studio and develop friendship with her.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam, Iman. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm also fine. Okay, so first of all, Iman, can you give an introduction of yourself so that the viewers could also know who you are?
Sure. So my name is Eeman Asif, and I study in Benchmark School, and I'm the student of grade 8. And nowadays, my hobbies are reading books and doing physical activities, and mostly I'm busy in online classes.
Okay, so what are your main hobbies and interests that you mostly like to do?
So mostly when I'm free, I like to do physical activities with my brother, or maybe read a book. Nowadays, I'm reading Harry Potter.
What are you reading?
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Wow, that I also heard of the Harry Potter series, and it's really quite interesting. So,
Yeah,
what do you think about the Harry Potter series?
I think it's quite intellectual and for like teenage people because they mostly understand it, and it's quite interesting if you read it. I would prefer it to a person.
Okay, that's great. Okay, so what do you do when you are bored?
Uh, can you repeat it? I couldn't hear you.
Okay, so I was asking, what do you do when you are bored by doing
Yeah,
your hobbies and interest? What do you do then?
so I like doing crafts, and I'm quite interested into, or I usually do crafts and arts, and I have a lot of paintings I did, abstract art.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, so if you like art, so is there any kind of drawing that you would like to show us?
Yeah, sure, but I would have to get it from my room.
Oh, I'm sorry, my mic was muted. Yeah, I was saying, if you want to show your drawings, you can mute the camera for a while.
Sure, I'll bring them. Just a minute.
Yeah, I'll wait. I'm so excited to see her drawings because as she's saying that she also loved drawings, I've also loved drawings as well. And I really love seeing other people's drawings because many drawings are unique and sometimes have even a message inside them. That's why doing crafts and DIYs, these are just so cool. And in this quarantine, it's the mostly thing that we all would love to do. And if you guys haven't checked out using DIY, then you should go check it out.
So, nowadays I'm just sketching, so I'll show you what I made. Uh, so I've made this friendship one. Can you see it? So I've made this friendship one because I think friends are the most important part of life.
Yeah,
And
you are right.
this bride one,
Wow, her dress is beautiful.
I know. And I made this one. Like I was thinking of like a Whisko girl, so I made this.
Wow,
And quite others, there are a lot. So yeah.
you have many kind of different drawings, and that is so amazing. And your sketches are also very nice.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, so when you are trying to draw, do you sometimes use poster colors? The paint drawings that you showed us are sketchings. Do you
Yeah,
like painting?
I do like painting, but I don't like really drawing. Drawing includes coloring and drawing and then coloring. So I don't like drawing. I can do sketching, and I like to paint with acrylic paints and like poster paints.
Okay, that's awesome. Okay, so this is the activity that you do when you are bored, right? Arts and
Yeah.
craft. And can you explain why this activity you choose to do when you are bored?
I think mostly people watch YouTube, and I even do when I'm bored. But most of the times I draw because it gives me like a feeling when you're like having fun. I don't know, but I just like doing this.
Okay, but that is still very a great type of hobby or interest that we should do in when quarantine time when we're mostly bored. Okay, so
Yeah,
do you like sports?
yeah, I do like sports.
So what are your favorite games that are used to play in sports?
I love to play cricket. I used to play it when I was like in 5 or 6th grade, and I was great at it. But nowadays, I'm playing badminton and sports like at home, like card games, because since we're in quarantine, so we don't really get to go outside. So we just play badminton at our house and play card games and board games.
You like badminton too. I also love
Yeah,
badminton.
I know
Okay,
it's a
so
fun sport.
yeah. Okay, so can you tell me when you first tried to play badminton? What was your expression? What kind of mess did you do? Sometimes we try
Yeah.
new things. We always mess up.
Yeah, I know. The first time I tried playing it, everyone made fun of me because I couldn't like hit the shuttle, and I couldn't get it on the racket. And my brother even made fun of me. But by the time I started playing it, and I started getting good at it.
Wow, that's a really great story. That at first no one really believed that if you could play badminton, and now you're saying that you're good at it.
Yeah,
Great. That's the same thing also happened to me when I first tried playing badminton. Because when I was first trying to play badminton, I threw what is that called? We call it a bird, right? That is used in
yeah, I
badminton.
guess.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it is called a bird, and in Urdu it's called chudiya. Yeah, right. Yeah, because when I first tried playing it, I flew the bird so high that we never found that again. That's
that
what happened.
happens most of the times.
Yeah, but it's funny sometimes when we are trying to do some new things that we don't even know how to play. Okay,
Mm,
so do you like to read books?
I do.
Okay, so what kind of books do you like to read?
I Since I'm old and I don't like reading storybooks, I read novels. Like I
Yeah,
just told
you
you,
are
I
right that you're a
yeah,
grown up, and grown up don't read storybooks sometimes. But
yeah,
what kind of novels have you read?
like mysterious, and there's like a mystery behind it, or maybe like there's something funny, or there's like a reason behind it. Like in Harry Potter, there's a whole movie about it, but there's a boy, Harry Potter, with whom mysteries happen, and like new things are coming up with him, and he's always getting into difficulties with his two friends, Hermione and Ron. And yeah, it's a really fun book to read.
Okay, so you've read the Harry Potter series as well as the different types of more novels, which are based on different types of mysteries.
Hmm.
So you
Yeah.
are fond of mysteries, are you?
Yes.
Okay, so what was your favorite book that you've read like every time, but still don't get bored reading it again?
Yeah, I think you've heard of David Williams, have you?
Okay, so I was asking that what kind of book have you read and still again read without even getting bored?
Yeah, so I think you've heard of David Williams. He has a book, Awful Auntie. So I love the book. It's such an amazing book, and I never get bored of reading it.
Oh wow! So you are also very fond of books. Okay, so as you said that you also like arts and your paintings and drawings are amazing, as you showed
Hmm.
us. So have you ever participated in any kind of art competition?
Yeah, I have since I was like in grade 5 or 6, and now 7, 8. I've never did it, but when I was in fourth and three, I used to participate in a lot of art competitions, and I won most of them because I was good at drawing. Yeah, but now nowadays I participate in speeches and those kind of things.
Okay, so what was your most memorable participation in any kind of competition?
Most memorable. Most of them are. I remember them because, like in every single competition, maybe it would be a art competition or like a speech competition, any kind of competition, or even I would have been getting a certificate or something. I would be so nervous, so I kind of remember all of them.
Okay, very great. So do you like music?
I do.
Okay, so in which language do you like the music to listen?
I like in English because I don't really like in Urdu and
Oh
other languages
wow.
like Spanish. I like to listen in them, but then I don't understand it. So
Okay, so you like English music. So you may
yeah,
have been known with Alan Walker. Do you?
yeah.
Wow, that's great. Okay, so are you a walker as well?
Hello. Yes. What did you say?
I said that are you a walker as well? You know the fan of Alan Walker.
Yeah, yeah.
So who's your favorite singer?
Nowadays, I don't listen too much because of the classes. But the first song I listened to when I was little was Taylor Swift's "Blank Space," and I
Hmm.
loved it. But then I started listening to more.
Have you listened to On My Way and Lily?
Yeah, I have, but it's been a time since I listened to them because nowadays I'm busy, so I don't listen so much.
Okay. So what do you think that how music helps you?
Music helps in a way that it relaxes one's mind, and even when I'm studying, I like to play relaxing music. So it like relieves stress off your mind when you like having so much homework.
Your voice. Your voice isn't coming. It's like that maybe you've muted yourself. Okay, now I still can't hear you, Iman. Nope, I still can't hear you. Your voice just went like blank. Your voice isn't also not coming. Your voice, I really can't, I really can't hear you. Okay, so let me just do this. Okay, so now try to speak. Nope, still no voice. Okay, don't worry. Try to reload the page and join again. It happens. Reload the page and join again. Okay, she will be again joining us, and the conversation still is going on. And our conversation was interrupted by the internet connection. We were talking about music, which is my favorite topic that I always like to talk about. And she will be joining us after just a little while. We just have to wait a little itty bitty bit, and she will surely come back again. No, I still really can't hear you. Okay, this kind of problems does occur sometimes, but let's add her again. Okay, now try to speak so we can check if your camera is working. No, it still isn't working. Your mic,
Are you able to hear me?
yeah, now I can hear you.
All right. So,
Okay, problem solved. Now I can literally hear you, which is great.
okay.
Okay, so you were telling about your favorite singer.
Yeah, I was. So it was Taylor Swift when I was little, and now there's so many. Uh, yeah,
Okay, so as you told that when you were little, you listened to Taylor Swift song, and as you grew up, you listened to many different kinds of more songs. So have you listened to K-pop songs?
I don't like it. Most of the people say, like in my class as well, they listen to BDS and K-pop. I don't.
Oh, so you're a non-K-pop as well. You know, I'm a K-pop fan too.
Really, I don't know what that is, and I don't even listen to them.
Yeah, because in K-pop form, we have different kinds of bands, and K-pop music is also, really kind of great. So
Okay,
you really
I'll
didn't
try
ever
listening.
tried to listen K-pop?
Yeah, I'll try today. Let's see how the music is.
Okay, so that is great. So what kind of more singers do you know?
Um, there are many. I just can't remember them right now.
Okay, let me ask you. Ariana Grande
Yeah, I've listened to her.
and Annie Mary.
Yeah, the Friends song, which was so famous. Like, who
Yeah,
haven't listened
that
to that?
song of about friends. Yeah, I also
Yeah,
loved that. I've
yeah.
heard it a couple times. It's that song because whenever I listen to it, I never ever get bored. Okay, so um, what about Camila Cabello?
I've listened to her. Have you listened to her song Havana?
Yeah, Havana.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a great song.
yeah, I also listened to that because that was the song that was going so popular since it was on YouTube.
Yeah, it was popular.
Yeah, and okay, so these are the singers that you do know. So do you listen to French songs?
I don't. I've listened to some Spanish and that stuff, but I've not listened to any French songs.
Okay, so you don't listen to French song. Hmm. Because in French song I have listened many. I've listened Migente as well, And if you haven't listened to Migante, you should really try it. And there's also one song that has been, going really popular, and it is full in French. Its name was Ale. Yeah, Ale, Ale, Ale. It's a whole French song, and if you haven't listened it, that you should go and listen it because that's the most greatest song that I've ever heard. But
Oh,
it's a
it's
whole
that
French
nice.
song. Okay, we will continue our discussion, but there are some comments that we've just received. So let's look at the comments and reply back. Okay, so first comment that we received is from Habib Hussain, and he's saying, "Great kids, mashallah." Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
And Lubna Mir is saying, "Assalamu alaikum." Walaikum assalam.
Salam.
She's also saying, "Love to see two talented girls." Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Okay, and Habib Hussain is also saying, "MashaAllah, Lal-ain is doing a great job, including Eeman." Thank
Thank you so
you.
much.
And Lubna Mir is also saying that your drawings are amazing.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
She was also saying that you have a very good communication skills. MashaAllah.
Thank you so much, Lubnamir. I don't know who she is.
Oh, don't worry because there are, our videos are always in public, so there are different types of people always commenting, and we sometimes bring their comments onto the broadcast studio because sometimes they ask questions as well, like these. Like Nami is asking, "How do you manage your timetable? Share so that students come to know."
Is
Yeah,
she
can you share
asking
that with
about
us?
me?
Yes, she's asking that how do you manage your timetable?
So, first of all, in the morning, I have my classes, online classes, and then in the afternoon, after lunch, I watch Netflix or YouTube, and then I read books because they give me joy and peace. So they're fun, and then I have snacks time and maybe eat something, and yeah, and then I complete my homework and I chat with my friends because communication is really important, especially with friends. You must know about that.
Okay, and the last of the comment that I have been received now is absolutely agreed to Lubna Meet. Okay, yep, he's saying that absolutely agreed to her question that she asked about your timetable. Okay, so maybe we were talking about music.
Yeah, we were.
Okay, so as there are many types of singers, some maybe I don't know, and some maybe you don't know. So can you tell the name of that one and the first singer that you first listened to his song, and after that you tried discovering new singers,
I told you about Taylor Swift. She was the lady I first listened to.
and you listened the Blank Space song of Taylor Swift? You liked that song.
Yeah, I did.
My favorite song of Taylor Swift is "Look What You Made Me Do." Yeah, that was the most amazing song that I've ever heard.
That was amazing.
Yeah, it was. Okay, so do you like to watch cartoons or not?
No, I don't have any interest in cartoons since I was 8 or 7.
Okay, that's older stuff because I like to watch cartoons sometimes, maybe when I have time. And there are many cartoons that are my favorite. And sometimes there are some kind of cartoons like superhero cartoons. Have you listened the cartoon named Miraculous Ladybug and Cat Noir?
Now, I have no idea about cartoons. I never like watched them.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, so do you like watching movies?
I do like watching movies, maybe with my cousins, like horror movies.
Yeah, horror movies are so great. I love horror movies. And Stephen King is my favorite personality because he's the director of most horror movies.
Oh, that's great.
Okay, so what is your one and only favorite movie that you would watch total like every time without getting bored?
Well, there are many favorites, and one of the horror movies I recently watched, like I've watched it many times, but it's still scary for me, and I get scared at night. It is Conjuring, and it is a really fun, like a scary movie. It's very scary, and then it is a scary movie, and then Annabelle. Have you watched that?
The movies that you are telling, it Annabelle and Conjuring, I've watched all of these movies, and while watching it, I just kind of like get scared because the clown was scary in the It movie, and talking about Conjuring movie, the
Yeah,
Conjuring movie
Conjuring.
was pretty scary
It was.
because after watching Conjuring, I stopped watching horror movies for like 2 weeks.
It is very scary. At night I felt like someone was going to get my feet and draw me down. It was so scary. And then I went to my parents.
Okay, yeah. You know what happened to me when I first watched Annabelle?
What?
I have two younger siblings, and I'm the eldest one. Both are sisters, and they like dolls and stuffed toys. So my sister have a doll, and after watching Annabelle, I was so scared from her doll, and I always at night I always told her to keep that doll away from my room, and stuff like that started to happen. I was so scared from my sisters playing dolls just because of Annabelle movie.
I know it gets really scary.
Yeah, it does because we start to believe that the movie, the things that happen in the movie are going to be happening in real life. That's why we intend to get really scared.
Even
Okay,
though
so
they're fiction, but we
yes,
still get scared. Even though they're fiction, but we still get scared like something might happen to us, and then our cousins prank us by doing the same to us.
and sometimes you uh, really get scared without even your
Yeah,
cousins pranking you because of your
yeah,
siblings. They try
I
to
know.
scare you sometimes. Okay, beside all these Conjuring, Annabelle, and It horror movies. What kind of more horror movies have you watched?
I just told you that I love mysteries, so I like watching. I remember the book. I don't really remember the book, but it was a great movie I watched. It was Hunger Games, and then there was Maze Runner. My friend recommended it to me, and it was great.
Okay, so that is a really great collection of movies, and I don't think that I've watched Hunger Games. Maybe so. As you know that we all go to school, and due to the pandemic of COVID-19, all schools are closed. So, do you miss your friends?
Yeah, like everybody does. Every child in the school, whenever our teachers ask them if they prefer online or virtual education or the face to face one, everybody says that they like the face to face one because it's fun and you get to play with friends, you get to interact and socialize.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Okay, as we are talking about the school, and there's also one question for you from Lubna Mir, and she's asking you that talk about your some teachers who have changed you. and your thinking power, because teachers play important role in students' life. Okay, so what would you like to say about this, Iman?
So I think teachers have changed me, but the best teacher in my life who has been an influencer is my mom. She has completely changed my thoughts and my thinking power, and she's acted as the biggest teacher in my life.
Wow, that is great. You know, all of us students have one favorite teacher. All teachers
And that's
are
my
really great,
mom.
and all teachers play a really important role in students' life. But there is, one special teacher whose subject is also our favorite. My favorite subject was English, so was the teacher of English as well. So, what was your favorite subject?
My favorite subject, I like every subject because if you don't like one subject, you won't like to study in the class. But one teacher, when I was in kindergarten, she used to like when you're in little classes, you the teacher who teaches you is the same for every subject. She like used to make me do work of the class and stuff. She changed my life as well. She trained me in such a great way, like a mother. And since I was little, I still remember her. Now I'm in eighth grade, but I still remember what we did together. And since my mom was a teacher as well with her, so I got to spend a lot of time with her. So she was one of them.
Okay, and also Lubna Mir has commented on your opinion that wonderful Manasif. Mama is the best teacher. Yeah, mothers
That's
are the
true.
best teacher. Yep, she's absolutely right. You know, mothers are the only teachers that are so strict. Maybe sometimes they don't teach us the subject; they teach us life.
Yeah,
Okay,
they're they're different than our school teachers, but they're in the best in their way.
yeah. And as when we were talking about movies and horror movies, she posted her comment, and she's saying that do you think that cinema or watching movies is another medium of education? Stories, scripts, cinematography, or acting, events, or history background? What would you like
Um,
to say?
I think so. Cinema or watching movies is another medium of education because until and unless you get to explore the world, you won't get the practical life. You won't understand what a practical life is until and unless you influence the things. Like if you have to write an essay on mountains or maybe like hilly areas, uh, if you have been there, you will get a better idea what to write on. Maybe things that you write have happened to you rather than writing imaginary things. But it is great to go to cinemas or watching movies and even visiting places.
Okay, that is a really great answer. Wow. Okay, so also hearing your answer, Habib Hussain commented that great questions. Okay, thank you very much for saying that our questions are great. And maybe Lubnamir is asking some kind of hard questions that make Iman think a little bit, right?
Yes, they do.
Okay, so do you have a best friend at school?
I do have best friends, but I don't like specify one as a best friend because it's unfair with the other. But I have many friends like Raima, Asya, and Abir, and they're the ones closest to me. Yeah,
Okay, so the meaning of my question was that we have many kinds of friends, and every friend is special for us. But sometimes there is one friend that we like to do mischiefs with. Like sometimes in school we do many other kinds of like when the teacher tells us to come inside the class when the break time is over, and you run away with your best friend without even the teacher knowing. So we all have that one friend. That's why we call it the best friend. So do you have that
yeah,
kind of
that
friend?
Yeah, that has happened. Raima and I did that, and we do such stuff. But Asia and Abhi, we don't really do this kind of things because, like, all of us are like motivated towards studies and like listening to teachers and stuff. But Raima and I are little not listening to teachers, or sometimes doing fun activities without the teacher knowing.
Yeah, and it's like so fun creating these memories with your best friend.
I
And
know you
also,
remember them for.
also talking our conversation limits also have commented. Now you have another friend, Lal-ain. Yep, of course. I also love making new friends, and through this Lal-ain's Diaries interview, I've made like many new friends, and I, like so much that now I have one other new friend, Eeman.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Also, when I was asking about that if you have friends at school, Abir Hamid asked you that if you miss your school friends and face-to-face classes.
Abir is one of my best friends. She's just watching the live video.
Oh, so you know him.
She's a girl. I know her.
Oh, okay. So, what would you like to answer to Abir Hamid?
I do love school, and I would love to go back to school after these things, the pandemic ends, COVID-19, and everybody's safe after this. And hopefully, inshallah, we will have face-to-face classes with our teachers, new teachers, since the session started, and new friends.
Inshallah, when this pandemic of COVID will be removed, we will continue going to school and doing face-to-face classes that we used to do before. Okay, so
Inshallah.
do you like animals?
Anime?
Yeah,
Animals.
animals.
Yeah, I love animals, but I love dogs in particular.
Oh, dogs. I like cats, and I'm thinking of getting a pet cat. Do you have a pet?
No, I don't, but my friend Abhi, who just commented, she has like 7 to 8 dogs, and she sends me pictures, and I absolutely love dogs more than kittens and cats.
Wow. So your favorite animal is a dog.
Yes.
Okay. My favorite animal is actually wolves. I love wolves, and when I asked my mother what would happen if I try to get a wolf as a pet, and she was, all in shock and asked me, "Why do you want to have a wolf as a pet?" And then I told her that wolves are, one of my favorite animals, and mostly wolves are the pets of warriors. And when I draw drawings, I usually draw warriors with wolves. So that's why it's a wish of mine to have a wolf as my pet.
Yeah, that would be a great pet, but obviously you can't keep it one in home because they're dangerous, obviously.
Maybe wild animals cannot be as a pet, but I think that if we pet even a wild animal with so much care, so that could be the reason that the wild animal could also be petted if we take care of it.
Yeah, they
So I
can
think,
be trained and kept.
yeah, and I think that we could also pet wild animals and wish if we really could.
Yeah.
Okay, so Habib Hussain also said that cats are cute. Yeah, cats are really cute.
I
Cats,
also like huskies. Have you heard of them? Have you heard of the name husky?
maybe I haven't. Would you like to tell?
Yeah, so they're white and black in color, and I absolutely love them. They're like in love with humans, and they cannot live in these areas in Pakistan in particular. They only can live in like cold areas. So even if I want to buy one and by chance I want to train it, I cannot because they will die here. So I don't want to do that.
Okay, that's good. Okay, so do you like poetry? You know,
Yeah,
poem.
a little bit, not much. I just do it in speeches, and sometimes I read poems.
Okay, so sometimes you read poems. So who's your favorite poet?
I don't really like reading poems, so I don't read it often. So I don't even have a favorite poet, or like I don't love poetry in common.
Oh, I again muted myself. So sorry, I didn't notice that I was talking with my mic muted. Okay, so I was asking that would you like to tell us that how is your quarantine time going?
So as always, and as everybody did, we cleaned our house and every cleaning thing, and we took precautions. And then we have the online classes, and so they're very boring
Boring?
because yeah, I mean, the things you study, they're fun and they're interesting because you get to know new concepts. But then when you're sitting in front of a mobile or a laptop for like 6 hours continuously, you get bored for sure.
Okay, so is there any kind of useful activity that you do in this quarantine to make your pastime more usefully?
Useful activity, I do like writing quotes and like motivational. I've made a book in which I have made monthly calendars where I decorate them. It might not be productive, but it's fun to like mark every day of the month, what like we have to do on each day.
Okay, so would you like to tell us about how you liked coming to Lal-ain's diary?
It was really fun to have a new friend and talk to you and know you really well. And I hope the next few weeks of the course we're in together is fun and interesting, and we get to learn new values. And it was really fun coming to your show.
It was also really fun to have a new friend because I love making new friends and also having you as a guest in my show and knowing about so much about you. I really had fun and I hope that you'll join us again.
Inshallah. Thank you so much. I also had fun.
Okay, and I hope that you'll join us again, okay? Allah
Okay.
Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz.
Okay, so sorry about the break. Actually, I had some kind of a little bit Wi-Fi errors. That's why I had to go for a while. Um, okay, the guest has been left, and I would like to tell you also this was Eeman Asif, who really loved coming to our show. and also talked very much about herself and told that she loves watching horror movies, likes reading books, and likes doing arts and sketching. And it was really great having her. And also, one comment that we've received from Abida Asher. Well done, girls, doing great. Thank you very much for Abda Asher commenting, and thank you all of the viewers who are watching us and commenting down your opinions. And hope you all like this video. Thank you very much for watching. Allah Hafiz, and we'll inshallah meet you in the next show.